Hello guys, today we are going to do list sorting. So let's directly go to examples, you will learn more. Okay, so what I have here is a list of numbers, and I use sorted list as another variable and use this keyword sorted and give numbers, that is our list, to its parameter in the bracket. Okay, use list in the brackets of sorted. Okay, so what it will do is when we print sorted list, it will just sort this list in ascending order. Okay, from lower to higher values. Okay, so 1 2 3 6 8 you can see, and when we print original list, it is just numbers, and that is original list is 3 1 6 2 8. Okay, and sorted, which is ascending, is 1 2 3 6 8. It's easy, you can learn. Okay, and this is ascending order, but when we want to use it in descending order, okay, so what we will do is we give two parameters to sorted. We use sorted and then give it numbers, the list which we want to sort, and we use reverse is equals to true. We use this when we want it in descending order, otherwise the default of reverse is false. Okay, default argument of reverse is false, but when we want it to be in descending order, then we use true, then we provide it a true value. Okay, so you can see reverse sorted 8 6 3 2 1, original is okay, you can see that. So now there is another way to sort. uh, you can directly sort a list. We have list with float also in it, you can see we have float value, and we use list dot sort. This is the thing or syntax we use. List dot sort, it will also do the same. It When we print that list, it will sort it in ascending order. Okay, now we have a list in which we have some elements with the data type of string. Okay, now this in this sort won't work. You can see there is an error called type error, and string should not be there in int values, as you can see that error is saying. And as you can think by yourself also, that how a or b can be less or more than 1 or 2 or any int value. Okay, so it cannot sort it. It cannot do it in ascending order. Now, list having multiple references, that is something I want to show you. Just we have a list, we copy that list to ABC, and we append ABC to 6. But when we append it to ABC, it doesn't only appends to ABC. Appends what means? Append just means that this element would be appended at the end of this original list. It means 1 2 3 4 5 6 will be the output of ABC. But when we print list, the output is also 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, you can see that, as it just means that when we append a list which is equal to another list, the original list will also be affected by it. Okay, this is just simple thing I wanted to show you. Now string split to create a list. Okay, so when we want to create a list out of a string, we use this split. Okay, s is equals to, this is YouTube course for data science. When we use split list as a variable and we give s dot split, we use dot split. S is just a list and we are using dot split as a syntax or keyword, whatever you want to say it. Okay? The list, when we print split list, there is a list of strings when we run it. Okay, this is a YouTube course for data science, you can see. Okay, the all these elements, this is YouTube course, all these elements are splitted, or what should I say, split is a good word. It's splitted in single words. Okay, this is YouTube course for data science. All this has been created in a list. Okay, so simple example, list indexing. It's just pretty simple as indexing. You know index. When we use 1, 2, 3, 4, the index of 1 is 0, 2 is 1, 3 is 2, 4 is 3. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3 would be the index. When we use print list dot index list, and we use square brackets for index and give its index 1, 2 should be printed, and 2 is printed here as you can see. And we can also use negative keywords as what will be the negative. Okay, so when we start, 1 has 0, 2 has 1, so on. But from when we use from reverse, the 4 has -1 index, and 3 has -2, 2 has -3, and 1 has -4 index. We go reverse. Okay, we go in that direction. Okay, so when we use -2, it means 3 should be printed, as from reverse it starts from -1, and from front it starts from 0. Indexing I'm talking about. Okay, it's pretty simple. List slicing, it's pretty easy concept, and it's a very important concept also. When we use print numbers and we give uh, its index from dash to dash, this just means print the whole list. But when we use index, you can see here where we use index 0 to 4. This colon means 0 to index 4. It means 10, 20, 30, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 40. For index 4 will be 40. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it will print to index 3 only. Okay, index 4 means 5, but it just means up to index 4, not the index 4, up to index 4. Start from 0, but print up to index 4. So you can see that the whole list is printed in first example, and the second list we are using the indexing. This just means slicing. Okay, we have sliced it in by indexing. Okay, so print numbers. The above list you can it is this list we're talking about here also. We print numbers, we slice it again, but we slice the whole list. This is starting point. Just look uh, at the bar which is blinking. Okay, closely. This is starting point, this is ending point, and this 2 means gap, or what we can say is jump size, or whatever you can say. It just it's just it jumps by 2 always. Okay, you can see whole list is printed by the gap of 2. 10, then we have left 20, 30, we have left 40, we have print 50 and 70 here. You can see it. Okay, this is this way. This output is of this print. Okay, this is called slicing. Okay, and you can start it from 2 and till the end, and till and give a step size of 2. Step size, you can it is a good word. We use step size here. So from index 2 is 30. We start from index 2, step size of 2. So we will leave one and print 50. Then we will leave one and print 70. Okay. So it's just simple examples. You can learn easily. So list 1, 2, 3, 4, and list 2 is another names of list. Now we add to list. Okay. It just adds the elements of those lists and will print you the elements of those lists by adding it, by making it into one list. It's pretty simple. So uh, we have a list 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2. We have just random numbers, and we use numbers dot count 1. What we are doing here is by dot count and giving it 1 as a parameter, it means we are checking the frequency of 1. That is, the output is frequency is 2, and frequency of 3 is also 2. Let's just try frequency of 5. Okay, it is 1. Frequency of 5 is 1. Simple. List looping example, that is also pretty easy. We have list and we use element, or we can use anything here, I in list. So le will point first as 1, then at 2, then at 3, then at 4. Okay, so it will print when we use print le, it will print 1 2 3 4. So okay, print list comprehensions, again it's a pretty simple topic. We have a list called squares for I in range 10 from 0 to 9. Okay, it means from 0 to 9. Squares dot append, it means list will be appended by I to the power of 2. It means when it is 0, list will append 0 to power of 2, which is obviously 0. And when it is 1, power of 2 is 1. From For 2, the power of 2 for 2 is 4. So when we print squares, this is the thing which we have. Squares is empty list, and we are providing squares from 0 to 9 by calling append syntax. Okay, now we can use it another thing. This is just without comprehension. Okay, just remember it. This is the most simple or most default way of writing this command. Okay, by providing squares to a list, this is the simplest command. But when we use comprehension, what we do is just these 4 lines of code will be used in just one line. Okay, or just 3 lines of code in one line. Okay, we squares I square to for, we are just directly writing the command square I square for I in range 10. So what it will do it is from 0 to 9, it will append all the list of squares from 0 to 9 by using this function I square. Okay, so when we use print square, it has practically the same output. Okay, but but we have done the comprehension part. We have used just one line of code. It is a good way, but it's not a good practice to do in Python. Okay, so it makes your code less readable. Obviously, you see, the above one is more easily understandable, and this one is also understandable, but this is just a small example again. Okay, so let's do another example. This comprehension is good, but it makes your code less understandable. So now we have another list of examples, sorry, list of integers, and we have values -10, -20. Okay, so here, and we have done the comprehension part here. New list I into 2 for I in list, it means all the elements in list will be multiplied by 2. Okay, so the new list will be into elements of this into 2 by, so for each element. And when we print the list, new list, you can see it here, -20, -40, 20, 40, 100. This is multiplied by 2 for I in for I for I in list, if I is greater than equals to 0. This is another example of comprehension only. So whenever the I is greater than equals to 0 in list, it will be appended to this list. It means negative values will not be printed in this list. So you can see negative elements are removed from the original list. 10, 20, 50 is only printed. So another example, I comma I square for I in range 0 to 9. This is just simple thing. You can understand. It means for I from 0 to 9, print 0 and its square also, 1 and its square also, 2 and its square also. You can see it here. They are just giving in tuples. We'll understand tuples in another video, but now you just understand this, that we are getting a list in which we have 1 and its square, and or any element and its square. Okay, so it's just I just want you to understand the part of comprehension. It has nothing to do with the examples. Okay, just understand the part of comprehension. We can do it here. Nested list comprehension. It means we have list and lists. Okay, so matrix. We use a matrix. For those who are in math student know what a matrix is. For those who don't know, there is also no problem. So we are giving a list of list, and we have to do transpose. We are using a transposed as an empty list. So what we do in transpose is, so consider it this list as a row, this list as a row, this list as a row. Okay, and consider 159, 159. Okay, just sorry, it's not working here. 159 as column, 2 6 10 as a column, 3 7 11 as a column, 4 8 12 as a column. So what we do in transpose it, we convert rows into column. It means when we use when we convert 1 2 3 4 into a column. We use 5 6 7 8 into second column, 9 10 11 into third column. Okay, it's just easy. So transposed, it is an empty list for I in range 4. It means 0 to 3. Okay, we use a list. We have another list, empty list for row in matrix. List dot append row I. I it's just uh, I is equals I will start from 0, and obviously, so for row in matrix, we use list dot append row I and transpose dot append list. We use list as a parameter to dot append in transpose value. Okay, so this is outside of this for loop. Okay, you can see it, it's not intended. It is for this loop, for this for. Okay, so here list is appended to row, uh, row 0 1 2 here. Okay, so list, what should I say, that what should I say, that 0 1 2 3 4, which is a list, which is a row, is appended to a list, which is this, and it is transpo and then it is transposed to dot append list. Okay, so when we print the transpose, we get this 159, 3 6 10, 3 7 11. It this example would be easier if you know something about matrix and all that stuff. It's just again simple. We just converts row into column. You can understand this code by yourself if I was not clear. Uh, this is a pretty simple code. We are just converting list rows of matrix list to columns. So when there are 3 rows, after transposing it, there will be 4 rows. Okay, uh, as there are 4 columns. So what I mean is, when we transpose a list of 3 rows and 4 columns, what we get is, as output, is a list of 4 columns and 3 rows. This is, you can understand this code by yourself. Okay, so this was the code which we have to write without comprehension, and this is the code which we write with comprehension. This is just a single line of code. Okay, simple, it means simple. For row I, for row in matrix, uh, we are giving row I to row in matrix from 0 to 3. Okay, we have 3 rows from 0 to 3, or every row in matrix is stored in transpose, and it has been transposed. Okay, so here the row is converted into columns for row in matrix, as we are giving it from 0 to 3 as I. Okay, so I hope I was clear, but I think most of you not be understand this last example. So if you have any doubts, please write in the comment. I'll sure help you for clear particular doubts. But I think this code is pretty self-explanatory, so you should be able to learn. But no problem if I was not clear or anything. Please do write in comment, and I will solve it for you. Thank you.